evening with Whitney the night before she died. It really was, wasn't it? And she's been very courageous and forthcoming with us tonight. And as I said, this is live television, and I've been interested in what Stacy has to say. And I thought, it seems like you've been treated unfairly out there.
Yeah, it's been very unfair. And I understand, you know, everybody's like, don't talk, don't say anything. And, you know, Drew, that's what everyone was doing all along. No one was saying anything. And I think that's what everybody does all the time with all of our artists. And it's very sad that we can't keep up the same status. You know, it's just, we got to break the habit that we have been in, because it's just killing our artists. Not speaking is not good.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, if we had had this dialogue when Michael Jackson died, if we had had this dialogue when Amy Winehouse died, if we had continued this, then maybe.
I can't help it. I can't help it.
I'm sorry.
I can't help myself. Because I got to tell you, before you go, Stacy, that when Heath Ledger died, I said, this is the beginning. And I feel impotent and guilty now that all those people have died since that,
but
and
what
nothing
do we
I can do about it.
And that, you know, it's about dialogue. It is about opening up. And, you know, Dr. Drew, I want to ask you, you know, what do I do from here? Because I don't want to be known for the rest of my life as a woman that had a fight with Whitney Houston. I mean, I'm a singer. You know, I have kids. I have my own family. And
you didn't have a fight with Whitney Houston.
I didn't. That's my point. And that's why when they attack me on Twitter, they attack me on Facebook, I say, but I did the thing that you all would have done. You would have looked your legend in the face and said, I love you. You're my idol. I'm not going to fight you. But why am I being so beat up?
Here's what let's do. Those of you that are ringing in on Twitter and Facebook and whatnot, let's ring in support of Stacy for having the courage to come out here and talk about this evening she spent with her idol that ended in a place she could not have imagined it was going to go. None of us expected. That's why we're talking about this. It was a shock to all of us. Maybe not a surprise, because when you look back, we should have been having this conversation years ago, if not months ago. And I personally, I want to thank Stacy for coming in and sharing this. I know this is difficult for you.
Very much.
The haters are going to come through, I promise. Twitter is a horrible, disgusting, terrible, angry, nasty place.
But it can also be very supportive. I have a lot of people on Twitter that are very supportive.
And I am calling for those people to come out for Stacy tonight. She has shared with us some final moments with Whitney Houston. And part of it was Whitney that we love. Part of it was Whitney that was in a disease state, it sounds like, of alcoholism and addiction. Very typical behavior, not her fault even. She was under, her brain wasn't working right. And Nicci, I want to thank you for being here all week and being somebody that I can stand up and applaud for repeatedly.
Thank you.
And I want to thank Nicci for being a good friend. Nicci can account for what happened that night. I walked right over to you right after, and Nicci said to me, you know what? That's not Whitney that we know, Stacy.
That is not
It's not the Whitney that we know. And I thank God that I didn't get in a fight.
She wasn't going to go on stage.
Forget about the fight. Forget about it. Forget about the fight. That's the Whitney. Thank God you did get to share those moments with your idol.
That's right.
We ended up with this. We end up with a death certificate. This is where this has all ended up. This is where addiction goes. We have to come in aggressively and help the people that have this thing that has a worse prognosis than most cancers, particularly if you get on a recalcitrant and fail multiple treatments. It's something that I would urge all of you to learn from. I hope we taught you something tonight. Thank you, Nicci. Thank you, Stacy. I really appreciate it. We'll see you all next time.